his penis look like this? Because if it look like this, yo, this is, yo, you think that? You think I really? Okay.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Welcome back, guys.
We missed a week, guys. Guys, I wasn't doing too well. I am now, and when I say now, I mean as of today, I have somewhat of a normal appetite.
Recovering. I don't even know what to call that bug. You know, usually, like for carnival, you'll say the carnival bug. Was it the Easter bug? Did it have an Easter bug?
I don't even know because I got the carnival bug, and that went. Yeah, and then I got this bug.
The Easter bug. We call it the Easter bug.
Yeah. Only, TMI, only I was. How to say this without making it sound gross?
I don't think there's a way.
There's no other way. I was shitting my life out for 2 whole weeks.
Funny enough, she was like, I think he was like, so when will it end? I was like, it's going on 2 weeks. It'll last for 2 weeks. You're like, no, it's 1 week. I was like, oh, in my mind, I was like, this is 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, at that point in time, it was only 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what was going on? Like, it had intervals where I felt like, oh, I would have called her and say, it didn't happen for the day. And then by the time it was nighttime,
Yeah. Sorry, boob. Sorry.
and then with that, I started to feel scared to eat because it would have activated it. And then after that period went, when I was, feeling okay to eat, I realized I had no appetite.
I think it's take a little while to just feel comfortable again. Your stomach feeling like, itself. So,
I've never lost appetite like this.
mm-hmm.
No. Like to me, this is probably, I should say, this is the first time I've actually lost my appetite because every time before I used to be like, oh, like when I have the flu or something, like I don't really have any appetite. And when I say that, I mean like I only have the appetite to like drink something salty, like the wonton soup. You know, when I say I want the wonton soup.
Yeah.
When I thought my appetite was coming back, I made the egg quiche with the protein wrap, and that would usually be 1 serving for me for breakfast.
It was what? Yeah.
I ate half. I literally forced myself to eat the other 2 pieces, and by the time I forced myself, that was the last time I forced myself to eat anything because, yeah. I felt like vomiting the entire day until it was time to go to the gym. I brushed my teeth.
I don't even know
and
how
that
you
was
made
it.
it, Asian, because once I sick or once I don't eat properly, I cannot go to the gym. I don't
Bad
have
mind.
the I don't have the energy to lift anything.
Bad mind. I'm telling you, bad mind. Because I was in the gym and I was feeling to vomit. But I tell myself, I went on the scale and I saw how much weight I dropped. And I'm sure that weight is because I shut my life out. I wasn't eating properly. But when I check I used one of the smart scales and I saw that my muscle mass was still real good. I was like, I'm not losing no muscle.
Motivation.
I was like, I know I'm losing no muscle. I wasn't making it to my six workout routines. I'll do 6 routines, 3 sets of each now. I wasn't making it to
That
6.
was motivation.
I was having like longer rest periods between every set, but I was barely drinking water and all in the gym, which was bad. I was taking
Yeah,
sips.
because you're frightened.
I'm frightened to drink the water and then I have to run to the washroom or drink the water and then I feeling like I want to throw everything up.
Oh my god.
But I say I'm not losing no muscle mass because if I go on the scale and I see I lose muscle mass and then I go back on the scale and I see the weight go up.
You know, it's the fat.
I'll
Yeah.
know it's muscle mass, but you see the number going up, I wouldn't be able to deal with that. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. But we know that I don't like to go on the scale. So the next time I go on the scale is the next 2 months. Scale not seeing me again. And I wasn't even supposed to go on the scale the end of April. The only reason I went on the scale was because I wanted to activate our watches. Guys.
I'm feeling like Power Rangers.
Oh my god, me too.
Come in.
He asked me something before we started filming, and he had asked me if we could put this on silent.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I had 2 notifications come through on my watch.
Oh no. Well, I didn't hear anything.
How do we do
And
this?
I saw a notification. But yeah, mine is not doing that.
Oh wait, what if I carry the volume down? So you pick this button. Volume. It's just to remember when we finish filming to put it
I actually
back.
don't mind it being on silent though.
Oh, I kind of like my notifications.
I am irritated by the. I'm like, freak. And I look at my watch. Like, oh my god.
Colin tried to put on the walkie-talkie for us, but I don't know how to operate it.
Same. It wasn't connecting.
He'll have to show us that on next day.
It wasn't connected. No.
But we did tell you all that was something that was gonna be on our list for this year. We had put it for the end of March. We didn't get the end of March, but we did get it the end of April. So we're happy.
Sherain more happy than me. But yes, I like my watch.
Yeah.
I just need to know how to use it. I think that
Exactly.
then I'll get excited.
My cousin wants me to add my activity first to share our activity. I thought I did it, but I didn't see anything come true. But he did tell me that he would have to show me.
I don't be getting sorry, my coming up and I'm not getting that. You don't know what you're doing.
Oh, it has silent mode.
It's my own already on silent mode. I wouldn't be
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Let me see.
Huh?
This.
Okay, so what was the other thing for?
I just lowered the volume down. We're learning. But we are Apple
That's
Watch
hilarious.
girlies now. And as Laurel said, I feel it's the color.
Yeah.
I feel it's the color. But when we get different brands, we don't feel so much about a Power Ranger anymore.
I'm probably gonna have a bright ass pink, so
You're gonna do pink?
probably.
Yeah, I have the gold ones with the charms.
I saw that on a local site though.
Really?
Yeah. Was it accessories to something?
I
And
need
it
to
was-
see it with
it was-
butterflies.
It was chunky. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was gold,
need
and
to
then it had
see it.
like charms falling all over.
Because as a girly who does actually order on Sherain,
I probably would be still getting from Shein.
yeah. Correct. Woo! But what's new, guys? What we have to talk about this week? Nothing much. Probably keeping it cute this week because as you all could see, we are dressed to go to the gym. We are heading to the gym right after.
No more excuses for 2025, guys. Join on this fitness journey with us.
Did you join with them?
No, I did not.
So full time.
I saw Ron put up something today, and I was watching Ron like.
I didn't see
Because
it.
Ron was actually, I think that was the first time I see him a little bit on, well, he was still joking around, but still like more on the serious side.
Oh, okay,
So
okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a what are they calling it? I can't remember, but basically a fitness like a kind of accountability group where we send in every week we send our what workout we're doing and stuff, and he has a group, they have a group, and I like it. I just, the tough part for me is to remember to actually film myself when I'm in the gym. I don't go to the gym 7 days a week. There may be a day that we have gym 5 days a week, but for the most 3 to 4 days a week I go to the gym. So those are the days I'll send, mostly 4 times to the week, mostly.
So basically, you have to film yourself doing your exercises.
Well, I don't think all the exercises, but at
Just
least,
to,
yeah,
I'm here, guys. Just showing that I made it.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the days that I don't go to the gym, I realize, especially since wearing the watch. Well, I knew before, but since wearing the watch, you know, it's showing you everything. I don't really have an active life, so
I put on my watch home for spite to see how much I just walk. And that is not the part that was concerning. I walk upstairs like 20 times yesterday.
why?
I don't know. I had things to do. And I was like, wow, you like to climb these stairs?
No, but yeah, my life not that active. I especially like on days when I come off a late shift.
I be walking. Here, you've reached your standing goal. I didn't even
Oh,
know I had a
shit.
standing goal.
No, I'm not that active. But what's his standing
I
goal?
don't know. I don't know how to get back to it.
Mine just tell me, okay, and like especially like if I'm on work, okay, an hour has reached. You have to stand for at least a minute.
You pass
So-
your stand goal, Laurel. Nice job. But what is it? I don't even know.
What is it? Let me see.
I don't know. I don't know.
Ow!
I don't know.
But I think
Don't worry. I'll figure it out, guys. I'll figure it out.
like on days when I'm like cooking a lot. Ooh, excuse me. What are you almost about? I don't know.
If somebody's tired,
Clearly, I'll just have to.
it's like a little toy.
What
Yeah.
the what? I got these ghost drinks. Well, I told you about it, and I have a different flavor to try: cherry, lime, or something.
What's that?
Ghost drinks for.
Oh.
I am thinking it's like they say it's a energy drink.
Why did I think you say goat something? I was like concerned.
Oh, ghost, GHOST.
Yeah, because I remember that goat water. Was it goat water?
Yeah, it was goat water. From the
Yeah, that we
Yeah.
weren't brave enough to try.
yeah. But yeah, the ghost. They saying it's an energy drink. I am saying it's something like a pre-workout, and I'm excited to try the cherry lime flavor.
Pre-workout. Speaking of pre-workout, I took a pre-workout someday, and I felt like I was gonna die. I don't know if pre-workouts is for me. I didn't take it today.
Which
My brain just be like,
it's
that's
the
how
caffeine.
my brain just be going like,
The caffeine from it.
and then as we talking madness, like I would be like, already so hyper. So like,
It has stem in it.
like that's how I feel like going in my brain like this.
Oh my.
Oh God, it's
You know, that's what I am afraid of.
yeah. So the first time I took it, it wasn't so bad. The second day, I thought I was going to die in my sleep because
You
every
said
time
you was going to what?
die in my sleep, like every time
Why?
I close my eyes, I just go like this. But you know, people say you have problems to sleep. I didn't get problems to sleep. I was just thinking because I was just my brain was just going. I was going. Um, I was tired, but I had energy. Weird. The third day, my skin was feeling weird and tingly, and I took less the third day. I took way less the third day.
That's really why did it say try to use your pre-workout in the morning time?
Oh well.
But
They say
it
I
all
think they say like
depends.
they say don't take it 4 hours before
Before.
bedtime. So that wasn't my issue. My issue was the reaction. And I think anytime I do, I would get a reaction.
That is
I'm just going
scary. Like I've heard
So
of people talk about it, but
my trainer was like, "Why are you taking this?" He was like, "Are you trying to get
where you buy
sick?"
that?
I shall not call the institution name, the establishment name.
Which one you bought? Why you bought it?
Because I was be tired. When I come home, I was be tired. So I just want like this little boost. And everybody's like, okay, well, drink coffee. But then,
Well, then try the energy drink. Try Celsius.
instead of that,
Yeah.
well, I kind of paid money.
And
It
you
doesn't
just
it
said that
remind
you.
you of the vitamin C that I bought? I'm not wasting my money.
But girl, you just said that you just said I can't say.
Funny
You
enough.
almost felt like you was dying in your sleep.
Well, maybe I need to take less.
How much was it?
How much it was for? 300. Hence the reason I'm like, I spend my money on this shit. Out here, what, right? I'm wondering. Actually, you know
Did you
what?
chat GPT it before?
I did not. But I was not going to say, like, if anybody wanted it, I would put up the brand or whatever, and I'll probably consider giving it to whoever.
Well,
But
I think that's a good option.
but for only people who are accustomed taking it, I don't want to like give it to somebody who's just
not
like I want to
accustomed.
try it just
And
and
then
then something
they the
God
same-
forbid if something happens that I'll feel bad. So for somebody who actually accustomed taking it and don't mind getting a open container, yeah.
Because it's twice you take from it so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, try the Celsius. I cannot drink the full
But listen,
tin
I
of
had
Boost.
energy, yeah. I had energy, but like I felt like you know, like in the cartoon
But
where
wait, and you just take creatine?
yeah.
And that's supposed to give you
I usually take it in the morning, so I don't know if that's why by evening time it's done out my system. But I take it in the morning by evening time. Most evenings I have to take like a little nap before I go to the gym. Like I try to get in like an hour nap. I don't want to have to do that, and then when I wake up, I'm feeling So I take that. I took the pre-workout and I got that boost, and now I'm like,
but it's the after your workout.
it's during the workout as well. So you're getting the boost, but you're feeling kind of like I can't explain the feeling.
Like
you just, yeah, like you just
Like you're out of control.
And if you talk to me, I talk in madness. Like I just talk it all kind of thing. I'll be
try the either the
1 minute
Celsius.
I'm talking about the light, next minute I'm talking about the stairs.
Nah, probably try a Celsius or one of those energy drinks. The ghosts have 0 sugar.
And Celsius too.
I'm not quite sure of Celsius. I never actually tried it.
Yeah. But my thing, I don't know. Somebody needs
But
to
I've
give
heard
me some
good reviews on
information.
them.
But like in terms of like energy drinks, when I associate energy drinks, I think about Red Bull and I think about no, I'm not a fan of Red Bull.
Neither. Well, I've
So,
never had it.
I had Red Bull. Like I used to have Red Bull back in the days, and for Tamika, like it works for her, but for me, I used to be like
The same way.
my hands going like this, like yeah. I used to have like a bad reaction with
scare tactics with who had stop and
no,
and I was like, nah, I'm not drinking that.
I didn't get anything like that, but my hands, I used to feel jittery, and that's the same thing with the pre-workout.
pre-workouts.
It's a jittery kind of feeling.
Well, try to. Well, okay. So for me, I don't drink the whole tin of the Ghost. I will drink half, and then half the next day because of the same reason. I am afraid to drink that whole thing now, and I like that. So I not doing that.
But
So try
sleeping
half.
is not a problem, eh? When it's sleep, it's like
But until say you was jumping out of your sleep.
yeah, because you have this kind of I can't explain. Like your brain just constantly working, but I could sleep because I'm tired. But is that I can't really tell you exactly, but like
It's like uneasy.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you have any advice,
He say my trainer was like it's gonna affect your adrenaline. He was like somebody's going to come up and usually if somebody comes to scare you or rob you or some kind of thing like you'll have that adrenaline and it'll kick in. He said mine will start to become delayed.
oh wow, oh no.
I can't imagine it being more delayed than it is now. It's gonna be like, huh? What's happening?
Oh no, that's not good. That isn't good.
Yeah.
If there's any trainers out there, well, other trainers, because Laurel has on.
My trainer told me, hell no.
Yeah.
He's like, you're doing what you want.
But I looking for exercise for inner thighs, your girl on a deficit, and I do legs, but I feel as though I don't do enough.
Abductors.
Yeah, but my gym don't have those the abductors machine, and I have some cellulites on my inner thighs, and I need it to be blasted. I know like cellulites don't necessarily go, but you could reduce the appearance. So if you know exercises that could tone those areas, so it could reduce the appearance, it could look. Sorry, it's in the DMs now. That's why you get lacking right now. Some and I because I do the weight and the kick to the side.
All right.
I should do sound like it's doing anything. I don't feel like it's doing anything. But I'll continue
Go
doing
heavier.
it. Go
That's
heavier.
That's what they keep telling me. Go heavier.
Alright, I'll try. To me, I have heavy already, but the heavy weights, but I'll try.
Heavier,
I wonder
heavier.
if I could do it on the Smith machine. Like I feel as though like it has so many things you could do on the Smith machine.
What exactly you gonna do in the Smith machine?
Like the inner thigh workouts. I feel like it has so many things I could do on the Smith machine. Like the Smith machine is like, although I haven't used it in a while, it's like my favorite machine because so many things you could do, and it's a control. You're controlling. It's a controlled machine now. So you.
That's so funny. I hate the Smith machine.
I know.
Hate it.
I know.
I went from that gym hating it to this gym hating it, and I still
Really?
I'm not gonna ever like it, ever.
What about it you don't like?
I like doing hip thrusts on it, but you see when I have to squat with it, I don't know. These knees don't be working.
But you squat normal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But again, my knees, messed up.
Oh, but if your knees messed up, why are you running so much?
Bombastic side. Why you walking? Shit. What do you mean? I'll run out these knees.
Yeah, but what causing it though?
I don't know. I feel as though honestly I want to do a blood test and check my uric acid. Because I start to feel like it's a build-up because I be taking my fish oil.
So it shouldn't be really affecting it like that.
Yeah. But it's not like pain. It's like a weird tightness. Yeah, so if I go down, guys, chances are I need to hold on to come back up. Yeah. So
You need to get any
I
bands.
I have one in the car. I think I
Okay.
need another one. So when I put on that, I feel a little bit more secure. So like I don't know if it, guys, I don't know if it's a mind over matter, but
And different.
just feel comfortable. Because in my mind, I was be like, next thing my knee burst. I don't know.
So you're feeling like if it's going to tear on you?
Yeah, it's a tightness. It's tight, but it don't hurt. Like, but if I'm walking upstairs, it's tight. It's like stiff.
That is really strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I said I want
keep us
fitness
posted.
genie.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're moving into the Reddit saga. Are we?
Ma'am.
Okay. I'ma go. So this week I have a what's your worst date story. Back when Tinder.
Sorry, I started thinking about what's my worst date story.
Mm,
Sorry, I remember.
oh yeah. Was it the singing and the
Actually, yes, that one was bad too. That was bad too. But I was thinking more recently when I went to Tapas. Yeah,
oh gosh.
yeah. Okay, anyway, proceed.
You'll tell me.
Yeah.
I trying to think of mine. Oh.
Which one?
The date wasn't bad.
So what happened?
Remember that time? I'll tell you after. The date wasn't bad. Bad date. I don't think it actually reached the date. The person cancelled and they wanted to reschedule. They cancelled in an appropriate time. Like not on the date. Like
Right.
you know of this one.
Yeah.
But they canceled like about 2 or 3 days prior to the date. And then they rescheduled. But something was telling me like, they're gonna cancel again. I just didn't have any faith in it, and well, they canceled again. So, yeah,
Wet stoops.
yeah wet tips. Yeah, but from the time I get that feeling, I had already write
Listen
it
to
off.
your intuition,
Yeah.
guys. I find like a lot of us, we like to forget how important our intuition is, and we neglect it, and then afterwards we're like, shit, we vexed with our own self because we knew.
Anyway, so what's your worst date? And when I saw this, I kind of remember this next girl who just do worst dates on her page, May Queen. She's have real good stories. Back when Tinder first came out, I matched with and started talking to a girl who was in my same city in Florida. She and I agreed to meet at a restaurant I had been to a few times before. We had talked about it being her and me, but when she arrived, she was dragging a kid with her, which she had never mentioned she had, let alone bringing him. She sits him down and almost immediately gets on her phone to largely ignore me and her kid. I tried striking up a conversation, but it was clear she was not here for me at all. So her kid and I started coloring on the placemats, drawing cartoons characters, and things like that. Food arrives. We all eat, and then she asks if she can order another entree. I had no intention of paying for her food at this point, so I said sure. I get up, quote unquote, to use the bathroom and go to see the waiter about the check. I pay for my food and the kids' meal because he and I were having a pretty good time drawing Minecraft characters. Stuck her with both her entrees and her drinks and then bailed, and I blocked her on everything. You know, I do even fault him.
Damn.
Because at this point, he was on a date with a child.
Yeah. So
Like, oh, wait, when you came and said, and you didn't even have a conversation with the guy.
Like,
And
that's
he
what I'm
actually tried
saying.
to have a conversation with her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what was your intention? Getting a free meal?
But clearly.
Free meal and free dinner or something because you order for afterwards.
Two
I don't,
entrees.
yeah, I don't see him as being the bad guy here. First of all, you didn't have a conversation beforehand about either having a kid or if you're babysitting because we don't know if it's her kid. I'm assuming it's her kid.
I'm assuming it's together.
Right? You had no conversation about that. You bring the child on the date, didn't say anything that you're going to bring the child, didn't say, oh, well, I didn't have a babysitter. I didn't want to bail on you and this is my situation. Nothing.
Yeah.
Then you go on the phone. You're so disrespectful.
Facts.
I like some guys probably would have gotten up at that moment when you got on the phone, when she got on the phone and left. But I like that he, I like that he tried to have a conversation. I like that he interacted with the kid. But yeah, blocker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that don't make sense. Am I asshole for telling my wife to throw out a dildo from an affair? Wife had an affair while we were separated but agreed not to see other people. Well, she didn't and used the year to date another fellow while we live together and have 3 children. We have worked on things and patched things up. We were separated, so that's besides the point on the affair. He bought her the dildo. It is in my shared room with my wife. I've asked her 3 times if she could throw it out and hasn't. I feel like she can't do this simple thing in order for us to move on. Am I wrong to have her toss it out? It's just silicone, but it is a, what's this Kraken twisted dildo? What's a Kraken?
What is that? What is that? Hey Siri. What is a Kraken twisted dildo?
Just now.
Siri say they don't know how to respond to that. What?
Just now. Why is my thing moving so slow? I waited for Amazon to load.
Oh,
Wait, you see it? Oh, what you see? Oh, okay. So yeah. Back to the story.
What the hell? Oh my goodness. Okay.
And she named his penis Kraken, so it bothers me. So how you know he what?
Are you even sure she was with a guy?
It's been over a month now, and it's still lingering in my space.
I don't think she was with a guy.
Wait, why should his penis look like this? Because if it looked like this, you think I really okay. I don't think I like this. I don't think that's for me.
That ain't for me. You know what it reminds me of? Like what they call dominoes.
Yeah, boy. If you're wrong for having her toss it out, I think she in her right sense supposed to want to toss it out. Like, why wouldn't you want to toss out a dildo that was bought during
Because she's still using it, Laurel.
During the affair?
She's still
Is it an affair? They were separated, but they weren't supposed to see other people.
Whatever.
Okay, whatever the hell it was.
Whatever pleasure it's bringing her, because of the shape of it.
And it reminds her of the guy's penis. How I'm trying to figure out like
I
how
don't
does
think
she
it's.
know?
I don't think it would have reminded her of him.
She named his penis that too. But how does he know that she named his penis that?
Exactly. Because and it's called a Kraken twisted dildo.
Oh, yeah, the twisted penis. Interesting.
I don't know if it was a guy. I think it's easier to say it was a guy.
What do you think it was?
I feel she's a girl.
I feel as though she was with a guy.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No.
Guys, y'all tell us what y'all think because and oh my god. Listen, if I
Like
was
I just keep seeing
I
the
feel as though
flashback
if
in my
I
brain.
was him to make the marriage work, I'm going to just straight away myself.
That would
Be
be a
like,
whole different
I don't care.
argument.
I don't care. I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's going. For peace of mind, it's gone.
Go on.
Why you still holding on to it?
Imagine.
It's him or me.
Imagine she went and get back one. The same exact one. Now we're gonna say the guy didn't buy it, she did.
Yeah, making things uncomfortable. As soon as okay, and then on top of that, okay, so when is it being
Like,
used?
why?
Is it being used while they're having sex?
I don't feel
Because
so.
if that's the case, then that will throw off the whole mood. You
I
just see
don't-
this come out, and it's like
I don't
a
feel
big reminder in your head.
if she that disrespectful, she real out us and that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Good luck, I guess. Whew. So this one is another one actually. Right. Someone responded under it saying that he had a similar or they had a similar occurrence. Went out on a few dates with a woman. We were both
Just know what bad dates. Another response.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Went out on a few dates with a woman. We were both mid-20s at the time. She invited me out to get together to celebrate a recent promotion where she would be paying for an open bar. I show up assuming I'll be spending some time with her and meeting some of her friends and coworkers, as one would do at a happy hour in a major city in one's mid-20s. Nope. Walk in the door and it's an absolute sausage party with maybe 2 female friends. But not... Let me get some clarity. What's a sausage party? Because I'm assuming in my head.
It's just penis.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
man.
Just making
Just
sure.
man.
Just making sure. But not just a sausage party. It was her sausage party.
Oh, all the guys that she.
Like 6 of the dudes who
That
all were obviously banging her.
Yeah.
How is that similar to the other one?
Well, I guess worst dates.
Oh, okay. Like 6 of the dudes who were obviously banging her, trying to bang her, or had banged her. It was easy to see that we were intended to spend the evening vying for her. As she would hold a conversation with 2 guys at once and expect you to peacock around and try to out alpha the next guy. Instead, I walked to the bar, pounded like 4 drinks on her tab in like 20 minutes and promptly. This was a speed dating? This is a date? This is a speed date?
This is an orgy.
Or that's more
Not
like
even
the
an orgy. What is called in Trinidad a party?
a party.
Yeah.
She
'Cause-
ran after me and asked me where I was going. How she keeping
Home.
track of? How she keeping track of everybody? So I told her she seemed a little occupied.
Correct.
I thought it would be best to leave so she could focus on her friends. She didn't put up much of a fight. She knew what she was doing was wrong. Um, I don't think she cared that it was
That's
wrong.
why I'm like trying to figure out at which
Like,
point did she see
it's-
she knew she was doing something wrong.
She didn't pop a fight because she knew her roster booked.
Everybody have their own vice, you know. Some people vice a little different from others.
I'm extreme.
Yeah.
Because what do you... At least, I think at least tell somebody if you're doing something like that.
Yeah, give probably she know he wouldn't have come. But like give them a heads up, let them have
Yeah, let them have this say and
whether or not if
would
they
be
want
okay
to
with
come
that
or not.
not.
I'm trying to remember. I feel as though somebody sent me something like this recently, you know. It was something in Miami where you could they have like events where people having sex and you could just sit down and watch.
What?
I'm telling you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
You don't have
said,
to participate.
You said
and
something
you-
just now, and it's true. People have their own vice. And
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of the thing. I can't remember it in a while. But that kind of give that vibe.
I don't know.
Except that, I
I
don't know.
if I could sit and just look at somebody have sex. Like
What they
right
call
here.
it a voyagant? And that's what they call it?
I don't know.
I think that's what they call it.
I don't know. But you could sit here and there's a couch there and watch two people just have sex.
I'm trying to figure out if it ever happened in my life before, just now.
What?
I'm kidding. I think I've sat down and I've seen people make out.
Yeah, I've seen people make out in
And
front of me.
I'm like, oh,
Probably
I
need
probably,
a-
I
probably
probably
need a
should
room.
leave before it gets, intense.
Intense.
But yeah, no.
No.
Yeah, no. Not our advice. Sorry. Am I the asshole? While I was at work, I called my partner and he hung up on me. Am I the asshole? I was at work on lunch and I called my partner. He hung up on me because I said, "What do you mean?" when he said something I needed clarity
Clarification.
on. He picked me up from work and I brought it up to him. I said, "Hey, when you hang up on me, it makes me triggered and gets me mad. Can you stop doing that?" He said that he hung up on me because he hates when I ask, "What do you mean?" Why is me asking for more clarity about something so that I understand better something to hate?
It depends on what you're asking for. What you're asking, what do you mean on? But go ahead.
Yeah, I could get what you mean.
Yeah.
I could get, because if it's something
That's-
obvious and then you're asking a stupid question, I
You're
feel,
making me out like if I'm a jackass. And
yeah. I told him I don't want to be triggered, so it would help if he stopped and he laughed in my face, called me nuts and said I'm insane, then said I'm having a bad day. He was irritated due to the fact that he had no cigarettes, so I said to him, "Don't take out your irritation on me. It's not my fault you don't have cigarettes." He kept laughing at me, then said, "If you don't want to deal with it, then leave." Are you kidding me? Why can't you just not take it out on me? It isn't my fault you don't have anything to smoke. After that, he tried to call me cute and tried to touch me, and I told him to not touch me because he's laughing in my face and telling me to leave him just because I don't want to deal with his behavior, because once again, it's not my fault you don't have cigarettes. He dropped me off and was still laughing at me. Then I got out of the car And he said, no kiss. I just kept walking away. He texted me, I love you, and I didn't reply. Am I the asshole?
The story was kind of like all over.
All over the place. All over the place. But
Oh,
I understand what you're saying because like
it
sometimes when
depends.
you're having a discussion with somebody and somebody say, what do you mean? What do you mean? And you all the time you've been explaining yourself. Why now I have to go and explain myself for 100 times? No,
Yeah, it
but
really
in
depends.
this situation, I don't think it didn't seem as though
I
I
didn't
don't
hear
know.
what the conversation was that she.
Prior, right?
Yeah, so I don't
So,
know.
but then
And that's
every
an all raise of suspicion to me because you're listening out everything else. So say what the conversation was about, at least so we could see if it was the asshole for even asking that. But
yeah,
I don't know.
but then everything else to me felt as though he was trying to make her seem as though she mad or because like he say, are you mad? Are you not? Um, like if you don't like it, then leave. Like that is not responses I would want if
So
I
here,
come
yeah,
in to you and telling you, okay, this bothers me and I don't like when you do it. If you could please stop doing it,
yeah.
and then he hung up the phone on her. So yeah. I think I'd be a
And
little
then
bit triggered
and then
too.
he's saying that he don't like when she asks, what do you mean?
Yeah.
The other side of it is, well, a petty side, I guess. That could probably be true. It's probably he doesn't even know how to explain himself.
True.
You're probably with an invalid.
True. But hanging up the phone, I find that so
Rude and
childish.
childish, yeah.
Like I can understand because especially if she experienced that in her past, you would be triggered.
So that means that he will do it because he knows you're gonna be triggered.
You want to know if you're an asshole for not replying to the I love you?
I felt as though when he did that and the bye and no kiss and all that, those were like what do you call it?
I feel
Like,
disregarding her feelings in that moment. Because she's upset.
you know she's upset. So he kinda like egging her on. And to me that's and all is childish. So I guess it's something you have to
Just
revisit.
roll my eyes.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
who are you with?
Yeah, girl.
I'll ask yourself that. Anyway, guys, we've reached the end of our episode. And we're going to the gym now. Okay?
Bye.
Today is legs. I'm gonna get in.
What am I doing? Oh my, I think it's legs today too.
Yeah. Like the only first day? First day of the week?
I'm nervous about these knees, guys. Ooh, I saw something active ice or something like that to spray on.
Really?
I'm gonna get me some. So catch you guys next week.
In the next one.
Bye.